But they are aiming less. Yes, you have studied from NIT Rourkela and
Yes,
opting for Odisha Administrative Service. You should aim high.
yes, sir.
Introduce yourself.
So without my name or including my name?
With your name.
So my full name is HIMADRI Priyadarsini SAHU. I have done my 10th and 12th from Dhengana. Then I went to NIT Rourkela to do my graduation in chemical engineering.
Where in Dhengana?
Dhenkanal Sadar, Dhenkanal town only.
Mention the institution.
Yes. After that, I have been preparing for civil services.
You have passed in 2016. Since then, you are preparing for civil services.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Last 6 years.
Yes, sir. It's been a long time.
Long time. Okay. What are you doing right now?
Sir, preparing. Yeah.
What is your subject? Geography?
And political science.
Why not engineering?
Sir, firstly, chemical engineering was not there in the option. Secondly, I was less inclined towards my subject during my graduation days. So, I didn't think that I have the expertise in the subject to qualify the exam.
So, forcefully, this branch was imposed on you, chemical engineering?
It was, I got the branch according to my rank.
Why that time you could have taken some other route? Why chemical engineering if you are not liking? Why you have studied a chemical engineering and wasted a seat?
So firstly, it's the culture around, the culture in the society that if a person is good in the marks, he has to do science. And not much awareness was there, like I can do any other, I can study any other thing like
Maybe
BS.
some other institution you could have got some other branch.
Sir, I
the
only,
branch you like. What was your inclination? Your inclination was towards engineering or medical?
sir, I was inclined towards engineering, but I was inclined to a computer science.
Computer science. You could have joined some other institution as a computer science.
Yes, sir, but I only applied for AIEEE and IIT-JEE. If I would have applied for Odisha JEE, then I could have got computer science as a background.
Means like you have finalized, like you have fixed your destination, you are not knowing the route.
I thought I can do better. I thought I could have done better in AIEEE. I thought I will be able to get the computer science branch, but I wasn't able to get.
That means you were not clear, like what you want to do in life, there was no clarity of thought.
Yes, sir. At that time, there was no clarity, but I only knew that I have to get into engineering, and it was a good institute that I got. Apart from the technical subjects, also it has got various extracurricular activities. The platform provides a various arena around you, so it provides a wholesome development in ITs and IITs. So that's why I was inclined towards the institutions.
So, HIMADRI,
Yes, sir.
your subjects here political science and international relations.
Yes, sir.
Why?
Sir, PSIR. Sir, sir, why?
Do you have any basic predilection or interest in political science and international relations, or is there any other purpose behind taking these subjects?
No, I went through the syllabus and I saw the syllabus. The second part of the syllabus, which was based on IR, international relation. So that was my area of interest while preparing. So I took PSIR as a subject.
Okay, so since your subject is international relations, so what is your take on the ongoing Taiwan, China and USA matter?
So Taiwan, China and USA matter. The crisis started recently. It was a way long back crisis, but recently when the Secretary of US, she visited Taiwan, then China was China.
Secretary of US visited or
Initial, sorry sir, I'm so sorry sir. The Speaker of USC visited Taiwan. That was registered by China, as China, according to China, China is very much based on one China policy. According to China, if you want to have diplomatic relation with Taiwan, then you have to go through China, not directly with Taiwan. And US want to impose its footprint in Asian region. It wants to contain China the growing presence of China in the Indo-Pacific region. So USA is denying the one China policy and is trying to have a diplomatic relationship directly with Taiwan.
So how do you see the role of India in this whole context?
Sir, currently India is following one China policy. According to India, if India, the foreign policy of India is based on mutual cooperation. It is based on solving any kind of issue in diplomatic and dialogue manner rather than war. So currently India is staying away from the crisis, and according to India, if there is a war, then everything should be done in a diplomatic manner rather than a war. And India is also having its stand as strategic autonomy. Currently it is seeing as its national interest first, then it is seeing other issues.
Okay, so being a student or someone who has opted for international relations,
Yes, sir.
how do you see the challenges to India or the international relations of India on the international front? What are the contemporary challenges?
Like what kind of challenges India is facing
Yes,
currently?
yes.
Currently, India is around Asian region. India is currently facing a number of challenges. Firstly, the growing terrorism by Pakistan. Secondly, the unrest in our neighboring countries like Afghanistan, Myanmar, Sri Lankan crisis. Thirdly, the military front like with Pakistan and China, the border issues India is facing. Then the growing presence of China, the string of pearl policy of China, which is basically designed to counter the growing presence of India in the Indian Ocean
How
region.
do you see the stand of India in the Ukraine-Russia crisis?
The Ukraine-Russian crisis, India's stand is very much clear. India is taking the path of strategic autonomy. It is giving priority to its national interest. For example, even after the West put sanction on buying Russian oil, India still bought Russian oil with rupee ruble trade. So, because it is trying to give priority to its national interest. However, India is also on the verge that diplomatic and dialogue should be the areas through which they should contain the crisis.
How do you define political economy?
Sorry, sir.
From your common sense, don't go to books and theories.
Political economy, second try.
Yes.
I don't know whether it will be right or wrong. Political economy can be, it's how we manage the political agenda for the growth of economy. I
Do you
think so.
see an interrelationship between political agendas and economic factors?
Yes, sir. The recent Russia-Ukraine war has led to various economic disruption, like rise in oil prices, food security issues. So, in that way, I can relate. Also, the RCEP, India that left out of RCEP, that is also one kind of political economy.
Who is the father of political science?
Father of political science is Aristotle.
Can you just mention any of the thoughts of Aristotle?
Can I?
Any thoughts? He is a man of many things.
Yes, sir. Theory of slavery.
Okay. What is that?
Aristotle justified the theory of slavery. According to Aristotle, there are two kinds of person in the society: one who dominate and another where the can I explain in
Yes. In your own words, from your own experience.
in Odia? Can I explain?
Yes, why
sir?
not?
Sir, the theory of slavery actually se କହୁଥିଲା कि society रे दीटा kind of लोक अछंदी गोटे जो थरे reason dominate करे and ସେମାନେ ruling classes हुअंती ଆଉ गोटे जो थरे courage dominate जो थरे appetite dominate करे ସେମାନେ working classes हुअंती and sorry sir, can I explain another time?
Okay. So, do you find the
No sir, I can explain. Can I try?
right now?
Yes sir.
Okay. Yeah.
थियोरी ऑफ स्लेवरी या कहले कि माने से जस्टिफाई कला कि आमर स्लेव्स माने आम जदि इकोनॉमी को आनिबा देन व्हाट काइंड ऑफ इंप्रेशन आमर इकोनॉमी ऊपर होबा तो से कहला कि स्लेव्स माने फर्स्टली आमर जो रूलिंग क्लासेस अछंदी सेमानंग पई से माने लीजर टाइम प्रोवाइड कर परिबे ताकि रूलिंग क्लासेस माने आमर इकोनॉमी रा प्रोडक्शन पई आमर हेल्पफुल हेबे सेकेंडली जेहेतु स्लेव्स माने से माने निजे निज पई डिसाइड कर परिबेनी कि से माने कोन करिवे देन द रूलिंग क्लासेस रा प्रेजेंस निहाती दरकार सो दैट से माने डिसाइड करिवे कि स्लेव क्लासेस माने से माने they will decide for the slavery class like what things they should do and what things they shouldn't do.
Do you find any such affinity with Marx in this context, Karl Marx?
I need to
Because
think, sir.
political theory is a part of political science, political
Yes, sir.
thoughts,
Yes, sir.
political theory, political philosophy.
Yes,
Right?
sir.
So you have not explored much. of
Yes,
it,
sir.
I guess. Okay, fine.
To explain what is dialectics and who was given this word for the first time in the history of political thought, the concept of dialectics?
I think it was Hegel.
Hegel.
Yes, sir.
What is the concept of dialectics?
Sorry, sir, I am unable to recall.
Achha, what is the concept of dialectical materialism as for Karl Marx?
Sir,
What is the withering away of the state as per Karl Marx?
sir, dialectical materialism was based on the idea that the production forms the base class of any kind of society. It is not idea that forms the base of any kind of society. It's the matter or material or the production which forms the base of society. That thing I can only recall.
Both ends and means should be good.
Yes, sir.
But there are some philosophers who have told that it is only end matters. You may adopt any means to achieve the end. Who are the philosophers who have told this? That you may adopt any means to achieve the ends.
Machiavelli, Kautilya, and those two. Hobbes, Sigmund Freud.
Sigmund Freud.
Yes.
On that day I told you.
Yes, sir.
Who are the philosophers who have told that both end and means should be good?
Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi. Yes.
What is utilitarian theory?
Utilitarian theory is
Who
based
is the chief proponent of utilitarian theory?
Hobbes. Hobbes.
No.
I thought it is Hobbes.
Bentham. Meal Bentham.
Sorry, sir. Yes, sir.
Manpala?
Yes, sir.
Well,
Sir, utilitarian theory is based on the concept that happiness, at the end of the day, happiness matters, and whatever gives you pleasure, that has to be followed.
the basis of action is happiness.
Happiness,
The basis of action is pleasure.
pleasure. Yes, sir.
So, no, lot of explanations have been given there, but this is basic meaning.
Yes, sir.
What, according to Hobbes, is the basic nature of man?
Sir, it is.
Hobbes. You must have read Hobbes' Law of Crucial
Yes, sir.
in political thought.
Yes, sir. Sir, it is utilitarian and individualistic.
There
I
is a
can.
line. Man in this state of nature, man in this state of nature was or is, basic nature of man is selfish, nasty, brutish and short.
Sir, can we consider those kind of attitude in under individualistic purpose? Like when man is individualistic, he only thinks about himself rather than thinking about others. So if I say it is individualistic, so can all these attributes
There is a
be?
contradictory view. This is the view of Hobbes, but the view of this is view of Hobbes and Sigmund Freud also.
Yes.
But the view of Mahatma is completely opposite. Mahatma's view is that man is basically good, man is basically compassionate,
Yes, sir.
man is basically merciful, man is basically humanitarian.
Yes, sir.
But out of compulsion of various antagonistic situations, his natures get sea change. This is the view of Mahatma Gandhi. But Sigmund Freud supports the view of Machiavelli and Hobbes. Usually this has been taught in the political philosophy.
Sir, if I say individualistic, will it be wrong?
Individualistic, there is no, it will not be wrong. It will not be wrong also. Okay. Anything you have to get yourself clarified for the second time you have come? Any other intention you have?
Sir, for
Your presentation is nice.
Thank
I
you, sir.
told you also that day.
Thank you, sir.
Some conceptual clarity you have, where you have gone through. There are some things, political thought is quite vast. Political
Yes, sir.